Yo, normally I record these at my desk, but today I figured why not go outside and make something of the day, even though it's 30 degrees and my hands are facing frostbite, but did it anyway, Man, what a year, 2025 was arguably probably the worst year of my life mentally. I think the stream really helped me not feel as horribly as I could. I think if I didn't have something to work on, I probably would be in a much worse spot mentally right now. The stream was incredible this past year. I went from streaming maybe twice a week towards the end of 2024 to streaming daily for almost the entire year. In a Twitch recap, I know it said I streamed for like well over 300 days, 320 or 330 some, I think, which is by far like the most consistent year I've ever had on Twitch. In February, I got let go from my job, and I think that just really motivated me to kick things into gear as far as consistency with the streams. I did the Elden Ring marathon in mid-June. That was easily one of the bigger highlights of the year for me. And then I did TwitchCon in October, which could have gone better, those who know. But mentally, this year was just a drag. I'm gonna be honest, this is probably the darkest my mental has ever been. And it wasn't even just in 2025, probably like halfway through 2024. I don't really know what happened, but I started having like really, really dark thoughts. I got to a point where I wasn't excited to wake up anymore. Life just didn't really feel worth living. And hearing those words come out of my mouth in front of a camera is kind of insane, because I've always been so grateful for life, even in the darker times. Even when I was 16 and having to physically separate my parents fighting and shit like that, and I could always rely on a light at the end of the tunnel. And for the last year and a half, it's really not felt that way. To put it in simple terms, I'm lost. I am truly lost. And I know that's not an uncommon thing for people my age. I turned 25 this past October. It kind of feels like I'm still at stage 1 of being an adult. And it's worse when you see, social media posts of people you went to school with getting married, having kids, succeeding in their personal careers and their other personal endeavors, and it feels like I'm kind of on step 1 still. I know it's not good to compare your life with other people, but I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I don't really know what my purpose is at all, at least in the normal sense of living life. I know my dream since I was 12 years old was to be a big YouTuber or be a pro gamer, or eventually my mid-teens, when I saw streaming became a big thing, and that's been the only thing I've ever aspired to be. But as I get older, I can't help but confront the idea of when do I grow up, I guess. When do I try to have a normal life? This is something I've always wanted to do, and I could never see myself giving up on it, but man, I came close. I'm not gonna lie, I really came close. To be honest, it's still something I'm really grappling with now. And I mean, I've pretty consistently proven to myself that I don't have what it takes, or I lack the, whether it's motivation or discipline, to be consistent when it comes to genuinely trying to be something bigger than I am right now when it comes to streaming and content. I don't know, I just feel like I'm letting myself down, and I don't know what to do. I don't know. So yeah, I'm lost, to say the least. And on a more positive note, I guess. I know this video is a little gloomy and depressing. I met a lot of really cool people this past year. I had a lot of really cool experiences that I never thought I would get to have or be able to conjure up, and I did some really cool things this past year. I know I still have there's still a lot of really cool things that I want to do this year too. It's hard to focus on the good when it feels like I have no direction in life. I don't think I've been vulnerable on camera before, but like this is a little bit different. This is kind of me telling y'all that like I don't really know what life has for me, but it's definitely been a dark year. Like I said, I've always loved life and being alive, but many times the past year and a half I've like questioned if I really do. But I realize that at the end of the day I don't have a choice. I have to keep going, and I will keep going. I know life's hard. I know life is supposed to be hard. I know nothing comes easy, and I've accepted that. It's just a matter of getting up off my ass and really trusting myself to make something of this single life that I have on this fucking planet. So I will get better. I will be better. I have really big aspirations, and I don't want to let those go, but life is hard. One of the bigger signs of success for me growing up was when people did draw my life videos, and I always wanted to be able to do my own. So one day I'm gonna do a draw my life video. But I just wanted to update y'all. I figured usually I post these videos before the end of the year, but a little bit late this year, but it's okay. In exciting news, I'm doing an Elden Ring marathon soon for the DLC. I'm thinking I'm gonna do it early February. Something I haven't done before was anything charity-wise. I've never really donated to a charity before, besides clicking on the round up button when I'm buying energy drinks at the gas station. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do something cancer related. I don't know how many of you guys know, but my mom in 2005 got diagnosed with cancer right when my sister was about to be born. It was a really hard time, and we almost lost her, but she pulled through and things got better. I don't really have anything else to touch on. I think that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Maybe y'all are having similar thoughts, but hang in there. We all gonna make it. But thank you for a great 2025, and let's see what we can do in 2026.